Kia ora and good morning everyone, it's Munib from Social Driving Academy, and today we have Arielle with us for a restricted mock driving test. So welcome Arielle.
Hey.
So you're here for a restricted mock driving test and you've had your license for a couple of years. So how's the last couple of years been in terms of the driving?
It's on and off because like COVID, lockdown and stuff, and then didn't have anybody to teach me, so it's like, and then I need to save up so somebody could teach me.
Oh yes.
But yeah, but now it's been consistent for the past few months, so I'm just ready to take the test.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So have you been doing driving lessons then over the last so many months?
Yeah.
Excellent. With a driving instructor or with a friend?
With my partner and a driving instructor. So
oh
it's
yeah, in conjunction. Oh, good work, good work. Well, as soon as you jumped into the car, you know, you were quite comfortable with doing the controls and stuff, and I was already impressed that you knew where the control was, and you would just, you know, you went ahead and did your thing, the positioning of the seat as well. So that's so far so good. Cool. So you're booked in for your test, I think next week.
Yes.
Will this be your first attempt at the test?
Yes.
Okay, cool, excellent. So you know, in terms of the format of the test, you know, you go in and you seat yourself and you wait for your name to be called, and then the driving instructor or the testing officer, you approach them when your name's called. You do a bit of admin, you know, they check your license, all of that sort of stuff. They'll also ask you, or they may not actually, but you'll want to let them know that you want the test report emailed to you.
Yes.
So if they ask you, then certainly say yes and provide them with your email address, so that you get that feedback as well. Either way, you know, if you are successful, you still want that feedback so that you can incorporate it into your driving and for the full license test. You come outside, they do some vehicle checks, you know, the indicators, the brake lights, and on the inside they do some checks as well. Like for example, they might ask you to sound your horn.
Okay.
Are you comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Can you try that? Excellent. They might ask you where your indicators are. Easy. They might ask you where your handbrake is.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And the tricky one, depending on how they word it, is your front and rear demisters. Do you know what that term refers to? It's, you know, when the windows fog up and then you turn your air conditioning dials, you set them so that the windows can defog, and then you change the directional dial to the front windscreen. That's called the front demister. And then the back one is called the rear demister. Do you want to have a go at showing me maybe where the front and rear demisters might be in this car?
This one and this
Excellent,
one.
perfect. This one's easy, eh?
Yeah, because mine is old, so it only has one.
It only has one?
Yeah, it's like, you know, with the dial.
Yeah.
It's just one, and then you heat it up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'll challenge you. Yes, so the dial will be the front demister, and then there'll be a rear demister one as well.
Oh, really?
So I'll challenge you to go and have a look for the rear one. So the front one will just be in the dial, and maybe the rear one will be on the button, the dial itself, but a button.
Oh, okay.
You'll need to press it in.
I'll try to look that.
Cool. So in terms of the test then, so the driving instructor, testing officer will explain that, you know, all decision making is yours. It's up to you to abide to the speed limits. That if they don't say anything else, that they just want you to continue going straight ahead, and that they should give you instructions in good time. So similarly, I'll give you instructions in good time, left turn, right turn. We'll do the reverse parallel park, the 3-point turn, change lanes, everything that you need to know in terms of the test. The only thing that will be different from the test is that I'll give you a little bit of feedback while we drive along.
Okay.
Cool?
Sounds good.
But I'll also take notes so you don't have to remember everything. And then we'll come back at about the 10:2 mark, and then we'll debrief together.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have any questions before we begin then, Arielle?
No, I think you explained it really well.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, cool. So whenever you're ready then, I'll get you to go ahead and drive towards that exit there, and then we'll exit left at the end of the driveway.
Okay. Is it okay if I go to that space? Oh, no,
Yep.
that space.
Yep. You can either work through that way or through that way, just avoiding the vehicles and working around all of the vehicles.
Sounds good to me.
Good. And then turn left at the end. Watch the front as well, Arielle, so you don't go too far forward. At the next street, turn left. At the next street, turn left. Keep left, Arielle, keep left. Yeah. At the end of the road, let's work our way back around, so do a U-turn. At the end of the road, let's turn right. At the end of the road, turn right. When safe, change lanes to the left. At the roundabout, straight ahead, second exit. Watch the curb, yeah. At the traffic light, turn left. At the VTNZ, turn left. It's the second driveway from now. 1, 2. Follow the first driveway to the right and park up anywhere on the right hand side. Cool, so this is where you start and finish. So you'd head inside into the office there. Whenever you're ready, Arielle, let's get you to reverse out to the right so that we can go in that direction there.
Yep.
You know, there you could have just continued reversing back so that you're straight, you know, parallel. you know, instead of stopping at an angle, you could just continue coming back so that you're nice and straight, and then you're ready to move off.
Yeah. I did feel that, like,
Yeah, I mean, not a major, because you performed all the checks that you needed to check and you reversed safely. But it would be better just to complete the reverse, you know,
yeah.
follow the road to the right and then a left turn out of the driveway. At the traffic light, turn left. At the traffic light, turn left. At the next street, turn left. So I'm going to look for a car for us to reverse parallel park behind. When I see one, I'll ask you to park up next to it. Let's work our way back around the U-turn, the end of the road, sorry. At the end of the road, turn right. Let's park up next to this truck here, Arielle, and then reverse park behind it.
That's okay.
Same here too, Arielle. You could just reverse back a little bit more and then you'll be straight, and then all you'll have to do is just drive forward. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Rather than stop sort of at that 2-degree angle. A little bit steer to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Cool, good work. Yeah, so you're certainly within 30 centimeters of the curb there,
Mm-hmm.
at least a meter away from any driveway,
Mm-hmm.
within 1 to 2 meters of the vehicle in front.
Mm-hmm.
The only feedback I have is about those blind spots. So as you pull up,
Mm-hmm.
you need to also check your mirror and your blind spot.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of stopped there. Normally people will kind of stop beside the vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no harm in stopping there, I guess. I guess so long as you don't stop too far back.
Yeah.
So yeah, you stop there and then check both your blind spots before you reverse.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're reversing, also keep monitoring your blind spots.
Right.
So the focus shouldn't just be on the maneuver, but it should also be on observation.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I'd suggest is maybe smoothing out the maneuver, so it's not so much like you're in that 45-degree angle, and then you're stopping, and then you're straightening up your wheel, and then you're going back, and then you're stopping, and then you're steering to the right, and then you're stopping. Rather, maybe just make it flow nice and smooth, so that you're, it's one continuous movement, and you're just making those adjustments as you reverse back. Cool.
Okay.
Otherwise, all good. So whenever you're ready, let's reverse back.
Yeah. Okay.
Check both your blind spots, of course, before and after, before and during. Yeah. And let's move off. At the end of the road, turn left. Yep, because there's two of us. It's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Sunday, so every day of the week. But it's a T2 lane, so you're able to use it because there's two of us. When safe, let's change lanes to the right. When safe, change lanes back to the left. At the traffic light, turn left. At the end of the road, turn left. Cross the curb. Yep. At the next street, turn right, just before the shops. with that turn into.
Would I need to see that as a merge?
No, no,
Okay,
just
it's 2 lane, is it?
this one here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one. And
It is just one road with one lane either side.
that
but
kinda
you-
confused me.
But you would maybe indicate check mirrors, check blind spot to move into the middle,
Oh,
and indicate check mirror, check blind spot to move back to the left.
yeah.
Left turn at the end of the road. So anytime you're crossing over the center line or to pass parked cars,
Mm-hmm.
then you'd go through that kind of merge process.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the road, turn left. At the end of the road, turn right. At the next street, turn right. And let's have you pull over to the left anywhere along here. Here too, you should really check your blind spot, just like the pulling over for the reverse parallel park.
Mm-hmm.
Check mirrors, check blind spot. Same thing with pulling over beside the curb. Check mirrors, check blind spot. Let's turn around. Let's do a 3-point turn.
Okay.
At the end of the road, turn right. Arielle, just move your gear stick up one. You're in second gear.
Sorry.
Nice work. At the roundabout, turn right, third exit. One, two, three. At the traffic light, turn left.
Is what?
Yep. Yeah, because the lines are faded, just somewhere where you can see and that you're not in the path of traffic. At the traffic light, turn left.
This traffic?
Yes, please. Yeah, it's two lanes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Same again. The lines are faded. Yeah.
Oh, too much.
Yeah. When safe, change lanes to the left. At the traffic light, turn left.
He's going straight.
That's okay. This lane is a straight and a left
Right.
turn. Yeah.
Would it be nicer if he moved to
Yeah,
the other
could,
side?
Yeah,
If
but
I was in that situation, do I have to?
yeah, I guess the road code does say keep left unless you're passing, overtaking, or turning right. So it would be acceptable to stay in the left lane. But yeah, I guess if you were driving and you knew that the lane was left as well as straight, then you could stay to the right. If the right was a straight through lane only.
Sorry.
Oh boy, no changing lanes without indicating, of
sorry.
course. But same again there, you know, T2 lane.
Yeah.
It's acceptable for us to use that lane.
Yeah. I feel like 'cause it's blocked.
It's the green. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always.
But look for the signs, you know.
Yeah.
If it's a T2, it's
fine.
perfectly acceptable to use the lane.
'Cause I got ticket before.
You've just gone over 10 Ks over the speed limit,
Okay.
12 Ks. So just watch the speed too. Yes, you have to be careful with the bus lanes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just the bus lane, no transit as well. And then sometimes it's a T3. So then even if there's two of you, you're not allowed to use it. Obviously, 3 or more people then. But here on Great South Road, it's just a T2. Change lanes when safe and take a left turn at the traffic light. At the roundabout, turn right, 4th exit. Just a little bit wide, almost going over the line, but you stayed in your line,
I did
lane.
feel it.
Maybe go a little bit slower into your intersections, Arielle. That's kind of one of the patterns I've noticed, that you're, going fast into the intersection, which then increases the risk around your gap selection, all of that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Minimizes the time that you've got to be able to scan, you know, for your gap and for hazards, for signs, all of that other stuff that you've got to be looking out for. And that was a merge back there. Yeah, so indicator, check mirror, check blind spot, and then just move into the center. Follow the road straight ahead. Too fast going into the corners and the intersections. At the next street, turn right. That's what I mean about slowing down into the intersection. But you're doing so well. I'm curious as to why you're going so fast into the intersections and the corners. Why you're not slowing down more?
I know.
What do you think's going on there? You're not pressing down on the brake now?
Yeah, I think it's just I'm not used to the brakes and the acceleration pad.
Maybe just start to slow down a little bit earlier. Like if you can identify a corner coming up or an intersection, just take your foot off the accelerator a little bit earlier, and that will help the car slow itself down as well. And then you can apply the braking towards the end, because there's so much to look for as well that you might miss. At the traffic light, turn left. So just take your foot off the accelerator now and start braking. And then at the next street, turn left. It's just behind here, over here somewhere. The left turn, yeah, behind these cars. This one here coming up. Left turn. Left turn into the street here. At the end of the road, turn right.
The bike's still going too fast.
For what, sorry?
When I was stopping, I feel like I was still going too fast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's going to reduce the time that you've got to, be able to look for your hazards, your gaps, signs. There's so much to look for. What kind of car do you normally drive?
It's a Pulsar.
Oh, yeah.
Pulsar.
Yeah.
And it's really old as well.
At the traffic light, turn right. At the end of the road, turn right.
Okay.
Start taking your foot off the accelerator. Start braking now. Yeah. Slow down lots. See, you're looking for stuff like that too, right? Someone that's just cut the corner. You can move into the center flush median.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
remember to indicate for the lane split as well.
Mm.
Like when the lane splits and you want to move into the left lane, for example, then go through that change lane process.
Mhm.
At the traffic light, turn left. Start slowing down lots now. That's it. And then change lanes back to the left. Follow the road to the left onto the motorway. How are you feeling, Arielle?
Alright. I've been scared in Motorway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so get comfortable with the motorway. Obviously, in preparation for the test, it's much easier than driving on the regular road. You know, you're just driving in a straight line often.
Yeah, that's what people keep telling me.
Yeah, yeah. Just a matter of getting comfortable with the speed. So get comfortable at 80, and then get comfortable at 90. Get comfortable with 100. Slowly, slowly. Let's exit left at the next exit. Stay left as the lane splits. And at the end of the road, turn left.
Would I need to indicate before I went to this left
Yeah,
lane?
yeah.
Okay.
Like we talked about before, you know, you might as well go through the lane change process anytime the lane splits, just like the merge.
Okay.
Slow down lots. More. Into the far right lane and do a right turn at the traffic light. Use the left right turning lane, this one here.
Okay.
And let's turn left into the VTNZ. Second driveway from here. Start slowing down lots now. More. and turn right into the first driveway on the right. And park up anywhere along the right hand side.
Sorry.
Cool. Oh.
I hit down. Like, oh no. Collision.
Alright, Arielle, you're welcome to turn the engine off. How was that? We're back.
It's okay. I think I just need to work on my speed.
Yeah, yep, that's certainly a biggie. How did you feel your nerves were through the mock test?
I feel like I'm not sure if I'm showing it, but I'm really nervous.
Yeah?
Because
Okay.
it keeps sighing.
Yeah, yeah, just on the motorway you were like,
Yeah.
so I thought maybe you were still a bit nervous. Do you think that your nerves sort of changed during the intensity of the nerves? Were you more nervous in the beginning, less nervous toward the end, or was it just through the whole thing?
I think it's because as soon as I do something wrong, I actually notice it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some things are small mistakes, and others are like more they're critical errors or immediate failures. So not everything needs to be really worried about, but you just need to know that, okay, that was a critical error, okay, I'm not allowed to do another one, or that was an immediate failure, okay, well, hopefully the testing officer hasn't noticed, or that the rest of my driving makes up for one of those mistakes. So you said the speed, certainly the speed control. Is it any better in your own car?
Yeah, I think it's because at first I was like, oh, where's my speedometer? And I'm like, oh, there.
Yeah.
And then I noticed it was there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like at first, but then after a while I'm like, okay, because I keep forgetting where it is.
Oh yes. Do you think that was distracting?
In some way, it's more of like, because I'm trying to keep it on 50.
Yeah.
And then I keep looking for it so I could keep it on 50.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's good feedback. I can turn it off during the mock test.
I think it's better there just because it's because I check that immediately.
Yeah.
It's more of me because I immediately go here.
Yeah.
But then I have my hands turned.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
that's
also,
more of my problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? So besides the speed, was there anything else that kind of?
Yeah, it's my when I reach a corner, I do feel it every time as well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm still, I guess experimenting of like how I would make it comfortable for me, but still following the rules and not going too slow.
Yeah. Particularly when you switch cars, and maybe taking that first 5-10 minutes to get used to the accelerator, the brake, and then you should be able to adapt. Yeah. Well, in terms of me, Arielle, you did really, really well. I was surprised, particularly in the first half. I was like, whoa, she's been taught really well, and she's practiced lots. So the first half, I was just tick. But then some of the mistakes started to come out in the second half. Yeah. So like for example here, in terms of my general feedback, nothing generally, generally you did quite well. Just the accelerator and the braking, the decelerating into the intersections. And then if we look over here with the maneuvers, the reverse park, that was well done as well. But just check both your blind spots before and during the reverse park, and maybe try and smoothen out the maneuver so it's not stop, start, start, stop, start, stop. Like such a robotic movement. Should just be able to adjust the steer as you sort of work your way backward. We did multiple dead ends, and you were doing that correct as well, so that's where I was like really impressed. You were indicating, checking your mirrors, checking your blind spot. That was well done. The 3-point turn, that was well done as well. The flush median from the top of the road, when you change lanes into a flush median, you did that well as well. I think we did a couple, so I'll put that in there as well. The change lanes were all good, except for that one time where you changed lanes without indicating, and then realized that you were halfway through the change lane, and then you indicated. So I've put a cross in there for not indicating. But so long as you do indicate in terms of the test, then you don't get marked down. But you should really be indicating. The lane merges, same again. You know, you were able to identify most of the lane merges, except for that last one, which was on top of a crest, and the sign was on the left hand side, and the lane markings just ended. So you missed that one, and then you merged a little bit later on, remember? Yep. So just take note of sometimes that the signs are hard to see and whatnot, but you can almost anticipate if there's two lanes, they might merge at some point. The lane splits, same as well. If you can go through the indicate, mirror, blind spot process, like the merges, then that will be great. But just coming, I think there was a lane split when we came off the 80k road. There was a lane split, and you should have really indicated there, I think. And then the feedback about reversing, so that you're straight, you know, once you're ready to leave. And then just that decelerate into intersections. And that was that position around that corner, and that was really because you were going too fast into that corner, and you saw yourself going too wide. So if this was the test, I would have certainly given you a couple of critical errors for going 55 in a 50k zone in the beginning, and then not indicating, not checking your blind spot, not checking your blind spot for one of those merges, the one that was towards the end. And then at one point you also hit 62 in a 50 zone, so that would be an immediate failure. So overall you've done really, really well. I think you've got a couple of days, so so long as you're comfortable using your car, then that eliminates that, you know, having to adapt to the new car. Then you should be pretty good. Yeah, you should be good for the test.
Okay, we'll see.
Any questions?
No, it's all good. I think you explained it really well.
Cool. Yeah, so it's a very straightforward debrief that I've had to do today. Usually there'll be lots and lots of things that I'll have to call out. So if you don't have any questions, then what we can do is we can end the video now, and then we can work back to our starting point.
Sounds good.
Is that all good? Okay, cool. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, give a thanks if you like, and we'll look forward to hearing back from Arielle in a couple of weeks, in a week, to hear how she's done. Cool. So happy safe driving for now, and until next time.